Britons are grieving the loss of their monarch. All royal residences piled with hundreds and thousands of flowers in what might be called the biggest display of cut flowers this year. But many grievers are also leaving behind Paddington bears and plastic flowers to pay their respects. The non-recyclable tributes have raised a sustainability concern. The stuffed toys and plastic-covered flowers are polluting the environment, and to fight that challenge, the authorities have come up with a solution. They have urged the visitors to lay only organic or compostable material. They have also asked the people to remove plastic coverings from their bouquets and throw them in a bin nearby. Meanwhile, flowers left at Buckingham Palace are being moved to a floral tribute garden in the nearby Green Park at the end of each day. The Royal Park says from the 26th of September, the flowers will be taken to Hyde Park Nursery for composting in nearby Kensington Gardens. This undoubtedly does justice to honouring the royal who has for long advocated sustainability, even if it was within the royal code. And not just the Queen, but her late husband, Prince Philip, and even her eldest son and now King Charles have been known advocates of the fight against climate change. And going back across now to our correspondent Alex Izat, who is in London. King Charles has championed the climate cause, but now as he takes the throne, will the monarch be able to continue with his climate fight is the immediate question.
Well, you're right there. Prince Charles, when he was prince, was a real activist. Since his 20s, in fact, he started a lot of sustainable initiatives and got mocked quite heavily throughout his generation that they weren't interested in climate change. And since then, he's also been pushing for more to be done. He said at COP26 that it was one of the worst things to happen to humanity. Of course, that now he is king, and one of his first statements to the public was to talk about how he was going to be a monarch and to take what he said was the same stance as his mother, which would mean he would become more apolitical. Of course, that doesn't mean that all of those ideas that he's going through of sustainability and climate change are going to be just thrown out the window, but it is likely he'll be able to maybe work behind closed doors, which is obviously good news for Liz Truss, as she's now the Prime Minister. And she said in many of her hustings that she was a bit concerned about all of the environmental legislation that was being put in place. And there are rumours that some of her followers don't believe in the climate crisis that we're facing. Obviously, King Charles III will probably still be pushing for sustainability behind those closed doors because he has been doing it for nearly his whole life. But the mantle then now does fall to Prince William. He's been quite noticeable in his speeches about climate change. And of course, they've got the Earthshot Prize, where he's asking people to come forward and help try and solve climate change. That will be taken forward. And in fact, it was meant to be this month that he was going to go to America and push Earthshot Prize there. Whether or not that will happen, we're unsure at the moment. But one thing is clear, that the royals are still dedicated to making the best future for the UK and indeed the world.
Alex Izat reporting from London. We are leaving it there for the moment. Thanks very much. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.